All right, you guys, the time has now come. We are heading to go meet up with Jimmy John's, the billionaire founder that got rich selling sandwiches. Come on, you guys, let's go see what he has to say. All right, you guys, so we just got to Jimmy's house out here in Nashville, Tennessee. Look at the amount of land that this guy has out here, you guys. This house is worth millions, but this guy's worth billions. So we're gonna go meet another billionaire right now to figure out how he got rich. Come on. How you doing, Jimmy?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing good. It's great to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us out. We really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
that.
Rock and roll.
I got your colors on. You know that, right?
You got my colors on?
I got the red and white on. Come on. I had to come correct. I love the cross, by the way.
Yeah.
Now, I tell all the people that I interview,
Yeah.
I have one rule for my videos.
Yeah.
You're actually the 28th billionaire that I've interviewed on this channel. And
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this one because I love Jimmy John's.
Oh, right on.
But my rule is there's no holding back. We need to give the younger generation the secrets on what it takes to
Yeah.
build wealth and become a billionaire. Can we make that happen in this video?
You know, we can try. Yeah, let's give it a shot.
do it,
Let's give it a shot.
Who am I here with today?
Jimmy John.
And what was your business?
Jimmy John sandwiches.
So selling sandwiches made you a billionaire.
Selling sandwiches made me a billionaire.
How many billions did you make with Jimmy John's?
The company was valued at about $3.5 billion when we sold.
$3.5 billion.
Yeah.
When you first started this business, did you know that it was going to turn into the multi-billion-dollar empire that it did?
No. All I wanted was enough money for weed and beer. You know, I had no idea.
Were you a good student in school?
No, second to last in my class. I graduated. It was the worst.
But you didn't let that define you.
Oh.
Why not?
I'm the only billionaire from my class. I'm just fine, right? I did just fine.
I'm going to challenge you right now.
Yeah.
As a billionaire, take me back to the most life-changing conversation that you've ever had. What is the greatest advice you ever received throughout your career?
It was Jamie Coulter, 1987. Jamie Coulter was a Pizza Hut franchisee. He had 25 Pizza Huts. He lived in Wichita, Kansas. This is the guy that he built those up and sold them. He created Lone Star Steakhouse, Sullivan's, and bought Del Frisco's and blew it all up and was a big public company. Jamie Coulter taught me in 1987. I had 4 sub shops. And he taught me if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. People do what you do, not what you tell them. And then he shared with me all his process, procedure stuff that had his Pizza Huts, and I adapted into the Jimmy John stores. But the biggest one was if you can't measure it, you can't manage it, know your numbers. Get your numbers, know them. And that was probably the most, that was life-changing for me.
Was the sacrifice worth it to become a billionaire?
Well, I was a billionaire before I sold. Like I had $1 billion when I sold the business because I was making all that money, so I saved the money, right? And I didn't know how to invest, so I bought land and farmland, and I bought gold because I didn't know how to be an investor. So
what do the richest people do with their money? Like you as a billionaire, talk to that person. They don't have a great mentor out there.
Yeah.
Where do you put your money in today's world to make it work for you?
You know, you ask really, really good questions. I do things that I understand. I've got to be able to understand it on a single sheet of paper. I've got to understand what it is, and I got to be able to relate to it. And so real estate for me is really easy. Farm ground, I'm a massive farm owner.
Why is that?
Because farm ground is really, really easy to manage. I mean, you have ground, you have land, you have your inputs, you have your seed and all the fertilizers and all those things, and you plant, and then you hope for rain, and then you harvest and you sell. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
So it can be a very profitable piece of real estate to buy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the farm business has been incredible. And then I also, as far as taking risk, I bet the jockey, not the horse. So I bet the entrepreneur. If I meet somebody that I like a lot and they got the fire and they don't have excuses, because people either perform or they tell you stories. I like to invest in performers. I don't want any stories. I've heard enough.
So I want to go back to 2003 one more time to discuss this real quick. You had, I think, 200 locations.
70 failing.
70 failing.
Yeah.
You could have made the decision to go off and sell those locations, but instead you said, I want to turn these around. I want to turn this business around. What was the one thing you implemented to those stores to ensure that they would become profitable?
I changed something. And what I changed is I quit selling them. And I told people, I said, look, if you're going to go in the sandwich business, this is 24/7, 365. And if you're in the cattle business, cattle need to get fed on Sunday. They need to get fed on Christmas Day, and they get sick, and you got to take care of them. I start telling people the truth about the business. It's a lifestyle. It is incredible hard work. It is a grind. So if you're going to do this, you better be ready to be a grinder. Okay, this is not a joke. I mean, flavor costs money, and the flavor you taste in Jimmy John's, it's all that, everything is hand sliced, right? And I only would sell them one at a time instead of selling them an area. I said, I'll give you one. If you like it, great. Then we'll give you a couple more. If you're doing well, great. We'll give you a couple more. It was a reverse pitch, and you know what happened? The more I told people don't do it, guess what people want to do?
They want to do it.
They want to do it. But I was just telling them the truth because I was rich. My kids were young. I didn't need money, and I said, I'm no way I'm ever doing what I just did ever again. And so that was the third 10 years, we opened up 2,500 stores, one at a time.
So there's no work-life balance in order to become a billionaire.
Buddy, there is work-life balance is the biggest line of bullshit that has ever been created. There's no such thing as work-life balance. When you're gonna squeeze lemonade out of horse shit, you gotta squeeze really, really hard, okay? So there is no work-life balance. It doesn't exist. It's bullshit. There's work-life balance, but to create something from nothing, there is no such thing, right? And going through it all, when you create something this big from nothing, I would say that I survived. Like, look, I went through all the betrayals, all the ripoffs, all the scams, all the things that you have to maneuver to get through and get to where we are now. I survived it. I'm here, and I did it.
Now, the sandwich business is competitive. One of the things that you did differently from everybody else that you became known for was the freaky fast delivery.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of like Arizona Iced Tea founder. We interviewed him as well, John Liautaud. He had the 99-cent pricing strategy that became a huge marketing tactic. Did you know at the time that freaky fast delivery would become such a phenomenon that you would be known for and ultimately, differentiate you guys?
It's a great question. So the delivery originally, I couldn't afford A locations because I didn't have the money.
So A locations?
A locations, like primo locations, main and main. Right. I couldn't afford it. So I took B and C locations. And what delivery did is allowed me to pay B and C rent and do A sales because I went out and hustled. And I went out giving out samples literally on college campuses, like thousands and thousands of samples in a very disciplined way. And that's what nobody knows. That's what nobody knows. But now you know the secret.
How do you know?
61.
Do you have any regrets?
I don't believe in that shit. I'm going forward. All we got is this moment right now in the present, and I got the future. There's nothing I can do about the past, right? And I fucked up a lot of stuff, okay? I did a lot of stupid shit, but I'm not going there, okay? I've been forgiven. I've forgiven. We're moving forward. So, yeah, I'm done regretting. I'm too old to regret, buddy.
You got amazing advice, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Good to see you.
I have to ask you, I connect with all the billionaires I interview. Can I get your contact?
Yeah.
Awesome.